Hey everybody, what's up? Fred McKinnon here with eComCatalyst post Hurricane Helene. So this video I wanted to make just to kind of update you on what it's like to be an e-commerce store operator during unprecedented events like hurricanes, floods, tornadoes. Some of that's really not relevant because some of that you can't predict necessarily or plan ahead for. Um, Incidentally, I'm in Southeast Georgia, and we just got power here in my office at eComCatalyst in my warehouse yesterday. And I was so excited to have air conditioning for the first time in 3 days and power that I came up here to this office and I recorded this entire video and uploaded it to YouTube. And my assistant, who does my thumbnails and some of the editing, messaged me this morning and said, "Oh, by the way, sir, that video you made doesn't have audio." So my mic was on mute the whole time. That's the level of sheer exhaustion that we have. Still don't have power at my home, cold showers. But anyway, let's just talk about this for a second. Because if you're an e-commerce store owner, if you're an e-commerce operator, this could be relevant to you, okay? When there are storms like what we just experienced with Hurricane Helene or other life-changing events that potentially inhibit your ability as a store owner to fulfill your orders, guess what? Amazon doesn't care. They do not care. Walmart, they don't care. Metrics are metrics. Late shipments are late shipments. Canceled orders are canceled orders. They will come back to bite you. They expect for us to proactively plan around these types of things. So a few things that I wanted to make this video about and just kind of rattle off a few points really quickly. This isn't going to be an edited video. This isn't going to be, one of those topical videos that are super relevant to try to grow the YouTube channel. This is just me being honest and kind of a heart-to-heart talk. I also want to stop and say my heart and prayer goes out to those who were really impacted negatively by this storm. Here in Southeast Georgia on the coast, we're just inconvenienced with no power, no air conditioning, things like that. But couple hours into middle Georgia where my family is, it's pretty catastrophic. And you see the news of Georgia, North Carolina, the flooding there is just unprecedented. There's just really a lot of heartache. So the fact that I'm sitting here with air conditioner blowing over me right now with power and internet is a real blessing. At my home here on St. Simon's Island, we still do not have power. Another cold shower this morning. Not much sleep, but thankfully I do have a generator. With that generator, I was able to power a few things. Can you take a guess what the very first thing is that I plugged in? As an e-commerce store operator and as an agency owner, the very first thing I plugged into our generator, we have 4 outlets. Into the generator, I plugged in my modem. And I am so grateful. About a month ago, we switched our internet at home from Comcast Xfinity, which that is on the power lines. It's not buried. We switched to a fiber internet, which is buried. And well, it's cheaper and it's like 20 times faster. But the best part is it worked. And so when my modem turned green after plugging into the generator, I was elated because that gave me Wi-Fi. It gave me the ability to at least some texting, Facebook messaging to reach out to people. We were without cellular service for several days, so could not receive calls, make calls, could not send text messages, couldn't log into Amazon Seller app, couldn't do anything like that, except having the Wi-Fi really, really helped us at home. So that's kind of where we were. We're grateful to be, pretty taken care of. And Lord willing, tonight will be a night that I go to bed with power in my house. Georgia Power has an estimate of 10 p.m. for our power to be restored tonight. All right, so that's enough personally about our situation. Let me just give you a few things to go through. If you know that you're going to be in a position where there's a potential that you won't be able to fulfill orders, or to operate your e-commerce store due to the lack of access to internet or cellular data. Okay. Number one is vacation mode. All right. Amazon has a setting, other marketplaces are very similar, where you can log in and go to settings and you can take your account into vacation mode. Now, what that means on Amazon is that all of your FBA listings are still active because you're not responsible to fulfill those. However, merchant fulfilled listings, which are the ones that you would have to be shipping from your own warehouse, assuming that you're not routing those to a 3PL, a third party logistics shipping provider, those listings will go inactive. And so that stops orders from piling up into your queue while you're down during a storm, or during a vacation or something like that. I had the thought, I learned during this week, um, horrible news of a friend, a good friend my age, who right after the storm just collapsed with a massive heart attack and passed away. Uh, so I'm thinking about, how surreal that is. It was my age, and left behind a couple of kids and a beautiful wife. And a situation like that, where you're just completely incapable of operating your store, if you're a solopreneur, especially, these are times when you should be putting your store in vacation mode so that you're not tasked with fulfilling orders. All right, because Amazon will punish you if you don't ship on time and your late shipment metric exceeds their threshold, which is 4% of your volume. Okay. And they don't count your FBA volume in that. And if things don't ship and customers start canceling and your cancellation rate exceeds 2.5%, you get in trouble. You get potentially suspended. All right. So, number one, if you know that there's potential that you're not going to be able to operate your store, specifically third-party marketplaces like Amazon, log in, go to your account settings, and put your store in vacation mode. Your FBA inventory continues to sell. So even while you're down without cellular, without phone service, without internet, your FBA is still going. You're still making money. Okay. We're specifically talking about merchant fulfilled orders that you are responsible to ship. All right. Number two, if this catches you off guard, then get in there and make that happen as soon as possible. It caught us off guard. We knew the hurricane was coming, but we didn't take it seriously. And because it was projected to go a lot further west from us, we just didn't plan at all and did not expect to wake up to 3-4 days without power, cellular service, so forth. So thankfully, I had the Wi-Fi to be able to get in. Otherwise, I would have driven however far I needed to drive to finally reach a cell tower that was active and log in on my Amazon app and put my accounts in vacation mode. Number two, if you know something like this is coming and you're using Seller Fulfilled Prime, consider discontinuing Seller Fulfilled Prime for that season. Turn that off. And then number three, and this is very important, if you're in a situation where you have orders that cannot be fulfilled, and you kind of stop the bleeding from more orders coming in, if that happens, have stellar customer service. Proactively reach out to every customer whose order hasn't shipped and let them know why. They will thank you. They will be gracious. Most of them, if you're in a life-changing situation like this, will be gracious to you and will understand. All right. And part of that is number four, always have a backup. Always have someone on your team. Even if you're a solopreneur, consider having someone remotely in a different area that is at least trained enough how to take over these situations, put your account in vacation mode, message customers, things like that. All right. It's very important to do that to maintain a good storefront, to maintain good metrics, and to maintain good customer service for your brand. Now, if you're fulfilled by Amazon, FBA, or if you're a Walmart seller and you're utilizing WFS, Walmart Fulfillment Service, then your business just continues to run without you having to worry about those things, which is always a great idea. Hey, I hope you enjoyed just kind of this personal story of what we did here. Keep your thoughts and your prayers in for those who are really impacted by the storm, I think there's another one coming possibly. So, but finally, I like to end every video thanking you for watching and asking for your subscription to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it takes about 5 seconds to reach down and click the subscribe button and then click the bell to be notified of things like when we release a new video, or more importantly, go lives. I hope to start doing go lives at least once a week, where I just log in the afternoon and allow you to ask me any question at all about e-commerce. So consider doing that as well. Thanks for watching. I know there's tons of gurus and people out here talking about Amazon. Not many of them have been doing it for more than 2 decades and have witnessed and experienced some of the ups and downs that I have personally. Finally, in addition to being a seller, I'm the owner of eComCatalyst at eComCatalyst.com. We're a full service Amazon, third-party marketplace, direct-to-consumer marketing, e-commerce marketing agency. And part of the reason we do these videos is to give you great content to help, to inspire you, to give you tips, strategies, techniques, but also to give more exposure to our agency for folks like you who maybe need help with your PPC, or with your SEO, or your listing optimization, or your account growth strategy. If that's you, visit eComCatalyst.com, request a free 15-minute consultation, or reach out to us. Always leave a comment and I'll answer the comment. It can be about anything, doesn't have to be related to this video. Thanks for watching.